It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. It represents the wise choice of many alternatives. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny. Those who educate children well are more to be honored than they who produce them, for these only gave them life, those the art of living well. I count him braver who overcomes his desires than him who conquers his enemies, for the hardest victory is over self. One swallow does not make a summer, and neither does one fine day. Similarly, one day or brief time of happiness does not make a person entirely happy. Moral excellence comes about as a result of habit. We become just by doing just acts, temperate by doing temperate acts, and brave by doing brave acts. To run away from trouble is a form of cowardice and, while it is true that the suicide braves death, he does it not for some noble object but to escape some ill. For one swallow does not make a summer, nor does one day, and so too one day, or a short time, does not make a man blessed and happy. It is just that we should be grateful, not only to those with whose views we may agree but also to those who have expressed more superficial views, for these also contributed something, by developing before us the powers of thought. If liberty and equality, as is thought by some, are chiefly to be found in democracy, they will be best attained when all persons alike share in government to the utmost. The duty of rhetoric is to deal with such matters as we deliberate upon without arts or systems to guide us, in the hearing of persons who cannot take in at a glance a complicated argument or follow a long chain of reasoning. In making a speech one must study 3 points: first, the means of producing persuasion; second, the language; third, the proper arrangement of the various parts of the speech. Every art and every inquiry, and similarly every action and choice, is thought to aim at some good, and for this reason, the good has rightly been declared to be that at which all things aim. Excellence, then, is a state concerned with choice, lying in a mean, relative to us, this being determined by reason and in the way in which the man of practical wisdom would determine it. Perfect friendship is the friendship of men who are good, and alike in excellence, for these wish well alike to each other qua good, and they are good in themselves. The generality of men is naturally apt to be swayed by fear rather than reverence and to refrain from evil rather because of the punishment that it brings than because of its own foulness. In a democracy, the poor will have more power than the rich, because there are more of them, and the will of the majority is supreme.